Hello there and welcome back to Hollow Knight for possibly the final part, depending on how long this takes me. So first things first, since I was so close to having a completed bestiary, I decided to go and do that off camera, since it was mostly mindless grinding of the few entries I hadn't unlocked. There are actually 3 enemies that weren't in the bestiary, but I had all the others. 2 were ones that you can't really kill and thus are more difficult to find. You have to find their corpses in the environment. One was in Deep Nest and the other was in the Abyss. The third were those very armored crystal creatures that were in the Crystal Peaks. Turns out you can hurt them, just only with magic, and I never tried that. So yeah, I decided to grind that out, so the only 2 entries I'm missing are those of the final 2 bosses. I believe that's what they are. I didn't confirm because I didn't feel like spoiling myself further, but that seemed to be the case. So what I'm doing next is, while doing, making sure that I had everything I needed for 100% completion, I came across an achievement that is rather interesting. So, you know that strange mushroom man that I happened across in Deep Nest? Yeah, he shows up in multiple locations in a specific order. Now, I actually came across him here a few times since I've been through this area before while searching for other stuff. But I tried talking to him and nothing seemed to happen, so I just kind of left that part out. Turns out, in order to make him proceed through the areas, you need to have the Spore Shroom charm equipped. I must have had it equipped when I talked to him in that first instance without realizing it. So, let's see what happens now. Shouldn't trust the eye they gave you. Rely on your own instincts. If you've got a keen nose, use it. And while you're hunting for secrets, beware those who are hunting you. Oh, excuse me. Alright, off to Deep Nest. Okay, this is near the failed tramway at Galleon's grave. Sup, dude? The dead can't make use of wealth in any case. What would they spend it on? Yes, a big brood like that. They need food, and shelter, and toys. If you keep some for yourself, well, I think you deserve it. Yes. Oh, excuse me. Alright, off to the Howling Cliffs we go. Alright, apparently the mushroom should be right here at Nailmaster Mato's. Might as well check in on with Mato then. Assuming he's still around. I hope he is. That nail art, the dash slash, learned from my brother Oro, was it not? So he is still alive then. I still haven't forgotten what he owes me, and I never will. Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't bother you with such things. I'm happy that you were able to train under another Nailmaster and grow stronger, my pupil. What was called a hero in its moment may be called something very different after time has passed. The crimes and triumphs of our predecessors echo all around us, don't they? The chains of fate that bind us all together. Do you really want to break them? Oh, excuse me. Alright, off to the Ancient Basin. Right, so Mr. Mushroom is next past the Broken Vessel Arena. Oh, hi here, my friend. Sounds like he's below me. Hey there, dude. Well, if things are getting too dangerous down there, maybe it's time to take a break? Come back up and spend some time hunting or gathering or wandering aimlessly. No, not too much longer now. Oh, excuse me. Off to Fog Canyon next. Alright, now we're near the overgrown mound, just below it. Hello, my friend. I haven't seen her, no. I'm sure you'll remember where you left her eventually. Trust the moon, or yourself, or trust her. You need to trust something, that's my point. No, not him. No, absolutely not. Oh, excuse me. Alright, now off to the final location, which is the very start of the game. Turns out I did have to return there, just not for the reason I initially assumed. Alright, now here we are, back where it all started. It's not by tools that you'll triumph. It's through your smarts, your speed, your determination. Oh, I see. So you've been following me around then. I hope my travels haven't confused your own, distracted you. Then again, a meandered journey still has meaning. It is, after all, from a journey we find our purpose, though a stop is more than just a stop. And my, if those stops can't be lovely things, wouldn't you say? Transcendent plateaus, distant sandy lands, vast ancient kingdoms. Yours was not the first, nor will it be the last, but it's a unique and special thing nonetheless. Now, with my duties here finished, it's time I made graceful departure. Till next time, my friend. 'Tis a long road we tread, but a joyous one. Until our paths cross again. Mr. Mushroom died on the way back to his home planet. Okay, so that's basically everything completed. I should have 100% completion by what the game counts that as. I may be missing a few errant journals or something here or there. That's about it. Oh yeah, I never did give that last arcane egg back over to the historian, did I? I don't exactly feel like going all the way back there now. It'll just have to be left wanting, but yeah, 100% completion. Pretty much all achievements that I could have unlocked at this point. The only ones remaining are those related to the endings and challenge runs, beating the game in a quick enough time, with enough completion in a quick enough time, on the Steel Heart mode that you unlock after you beat the game once, which is the Iron Man one. Things like that. So basically I've done everything that I'm interested in getting out of the game. And now it's time for the final boss and the 2 endings that lie beyond it. It's been a long journey, but here I am at last. I'm impressed, little ghost. You've burdened yourself with the fate of this world, yet you still stand strong. To break the Dreamer's seals would alone be considered an impossible task, but to accept that void inside yourself, that casts you as something rather exceptional. Could it achieve that impossible thing? Should it? You know, something I just realized, it's interesting how light seems to be kind of a bad thing in this universe. After all, it's the light of this worm that is causing all these issues. But it's the darkness of the void that I have embraced that will put an end to things and put things right, should I have the will to succeed. Alright then, let's enter the Temple of the Black Egg. I'm enjoying these minimal aesthetics. You can do a lot with a little if you know what you're doing. And this, the final bench. So with this, I should be able to see my completion percentage on the inventory screen. Or somewhere. At least that's what I've been told. No completion percentage. That's a little bit worrying. I was going to rely on that to confirm that I had found everything, but I don't see it here. Let me just ponder over each screen slowly and surely to make sure that I'm not missing it. Nothing on the inventory. Nothing on the map, nor the zoomed in map. Nothing in the journal. Alright then, that doesn't mean this menu, does it? Let me just quit and reload to be safe. Maybe I need to do that to unlock that. Because I did specifically read that it is resting at the bench in the Temple of the Black Egg. Or now just the Black Egg, I guess. That unlocks the ability to see your completion percentage. Maybe it's actually beating the boss once, and people have the two confused because, you know, they end up entering and beating the boss once, like earlier on, and then come later to get the other two endings. Yeah, no, I still don't have completion percentage. Okay, well, I'm just gonna hope that I do truly have 100%. I should. And, to give myself the greatest chance possible, I'm just gonna wait here a little bit and be showered with Salubra's love. As I assumed earlier, that does indeed fill up my soul. That is very handy. Okay then. Vessel. Though bound, you shall know the state of the world. Hallownest will be whole again. Ah, okay, so it's reading this plaque. I swear someone said it was resting at the bench. I guess they were conflating these two events since they're right next to each other. And bingo, I have 100% completion. Alright then. Time for the finale. I'm so excited. Ah, I think this might be the eponymous Hollow Knight. Do I have to free him? Apparently not. Oh! They're actually following me around the room. They're quite aware, it seems. One binding gone. A 2 bindings gone. A 3 bindings gone. 4 bindings gone. Ha ha ha. Title boss drop. That is a fantastic way of doing that. Forgive me if I'm rude here, Mr. Hollow Knight, but I'm just gonna spam magic at you from a distance if you don't mind. And so far you don't seem to be. Alright. Second stage immediately. I think I did come here a bit too late. I think they've balanced the first phase here for being done much earlier, right after you've taken care of the dreamers. Whoa, that's a crazy attack. Thankfully, most of his attacks are pretty easy to dodge, and I have a good store of health as well. I'm guessing I don't want to strike when he has that parry stance up. I'd probably be parried. Just playing it safe there, getting off a heal. Ooh, could have healed there as well if I so desired. Oh. Another phase transition. Okay, let's heal up to be safe. Oh, I never did unequip the Spore Charm. Whoops, I meant to replace that with the Nail Master one so I could use the nail arts more. It is what it is. Whoa! Okay, now the Hollow Knight isn't even moving of its own volition, it's just being dragged around by the orange-black goop. And I'm not doing a good job of avoiding his attacks. Yeah, he counterattacks if you strike him in that phase. Ooh, kinda wish I had, equipped some sort of healing-related charm. That definitely would have come in handy here. Don't even know what he's— oh, okay, that was my chance to heal, I suppose. I didn't even realize it. As is this. Oh, not quite. That's a fairly difficult attack to avoid. You have to look what direction, what angle he's coming down on you at, and dodge in the opposite. Ooh! Hey, buddy! Talk about co-op boss fights. Alright, time to murder the Hollow Knight. Oh no! Hornet! How dare you take care of Hornet? I'm going to take you down. Probably should have healed there, but that's fine. Oh, he's down on his last legs, it seems. Can't do much to me if it's not being controlled by the goop. Now I have become the Hollow Knight. I guess is that ending there. Alright then, so that's ending 2, I suppose. I assume. Let me just double check to make sure. My understanding is that you cannot acquire ending 1 if you've already acquired the Void Heart, but I would just like to make sure. That way I acquire all the endings that are currently possible here. Let me just check out the global achievements. It should be easy to pass the endings from the rest of them. Yeah, I think the other ending achievement is called Dream No More, it looks like. I guess Hornet doesn't show up then, just going by the description of the achievement I got for this one, Sealed Siblings, where it says, defeat the Hollow Knight with Hornet by your side. Alright then. So, if it wasn't already spoiled for me, it's pretty obvious what the condition is to go on to the next ending. Rather than striking with your nail at the Hollow Knight when Hornet binds him, you want to do so with the Dream Nail. They made that obvious enough with the whole essence swirling about. In fact, if I hadn't read up on things in the first place, I probably would have gotten that ending first. Simply because, you know, it's so obvious that you need to use the Dream Nail there. Oh wow, are we already at the end of the credits? No 4-hour credit reel showing off every Kickstarter backer? Not gonna take a leaflet out of Mighty Number 9's book? Nope, they just say an extra special thanks to 2,158 backers. No need to list them out one by one. Aw, thanks game, I like it when they congratulate me. Well done on achieving this great feat. You persevered and you triumphed. We hope you enjoyed yourself in the world of Hollow Knight. We'll meet again soon on the road ahead. I hope we do. I'm looking forward to any future games Team Cherry makes. They've really knocked it out of the park with this one. I do need to go back and check out their previous game, Ori and the Blind Forest, at some point, but... I'm not entirely sure if that was worth going through the effort of acquiring, but yeah, sure, that post-credit scene is what you get for following Mr. Mushroom around. I might have a new avatar if I can freeze frame that in the right place. And yeah, 100% completion. I only have 2 things left to do. I need to acquire Ending 2. Yeah, I'm not going to be doing Steel Soul mode anytime, I think. I'm not interested in permadeath modes in games like this. I just really don't see the point. I guess it's theoretically challenging because you can't ever die, but that's less about challenge and more about preparing yourself, you know? Like just making sure that you're unlikely to die rather than testing your sheer raw skill. But yeah, let's get Ending 2. I'm assuming I'll have to fight the Hollow Knight again. Oh good! You don't have to break him free of his chains. Forgot to rest at the bench for the soul, but that's fine. This'll give me a chance to check out the earlier phases a bit better. Cause yeah, as far as bosses go, the Hollow Knight isn't all that difficult, certainly nothing compared to a lot of the optional ones, which is sensible. You don't want your final boss, which you have to beat the game, to be too tough. Otherwise you're going to sour quite a few players. Oop. He does have some rather nasty warping abilities though, although still not as bad as the Mage Knights, I would say. Just because he's a bit slower on the draw. I'm actually having less opportunities to heal here, although this seems to be a good one. Honestly, I think the first phase might actually be more difficult because in his later phases, yeah, he stays far away a lot, which gives you more chances to heal. Shadow Cloak definitely comes in handy in avoiding that attack. I do like the overall design of this fight though, it is very cool, as it should be for the final boss. And I enjoy that it's kind of a duel fight. Oh, you got issues you need to work out, buddy? Cause I'm here for you. No need to stab yourself. I guess it's stabbing itself to bring out the orange goop, which brings it to the next phase. Yep, here we go. Oh wow, this is really difficult to avoid, damn. I need to find the time to heal. Oh! Good job, Hornet. Alright, good. They're giving me a chance to catch my breath, I was going to say, but it seems my health and soul are gone. The game's giving you one final chance. Are you sure you want to get the true ending? And hey, that must be the light of the worm. It looks just like the sun. I'll kill the sun and the day. the Radiance. Oh no, Solaire, what happened to you? This seems like a good spell since it hits multiple times. Ooh, okay. Can't tank through shit here. Can I strike it with my nail? Yes. Alright, so this is a lesson on avoidance, given the sheer amount of damage. Okay, hello. Okay, I can take one more hit at least. And there that goes. Okay, this might take multiple tries. This is a real final boss. Oh, I think I was actually spaced perfectly in between the spears there, and had I simply stayed put, I would have avoided it. It's because I moved in a panic that I get screwed over. There she comes. Good job. Kinda sounds like she's saying get good, which I kinda do need to do if I have any hopes of making it through this challenge. Okay, yep, just straight into things, good. That's not off to a good start. Neither is that. Okay, maybe I shouldn't use that spell too much, it locks me into place a bit much. Oh, I didn't realize that home so well. My bad. Okay, I'm not doing so hot here. I do need to be making use of my Shadow Cloak more, I realize. Just the way... Oh my, this is actually a legitimately difficult boss fight. The Hollow Knight is a complete chump compared to this one. It has a large variety of attacks, and it combos them very well, which makes it difficult to properly avoid things. In that case, maybe rather than focusing on all-out offense, I should focus more on avoidance. I shouldn't need to use spells as much, so I'm thinking of getting rid of Spell Twister and Dream Wielder, and going with Shape of Oon, which will allow me to move while healing, which will definitely help. And I only have one notch left, so maybe I should go with the Dream Wielder. I might have something that's a little bit better, but Thorns could help getting that little extra bit of damage, but really I want to avoid getting hit at all costs, given it does 2 pips. With every one of its attacks, too. That's actually a first. I'm not entirely sure what's going on now, but I seem to be doing good. Okay, second phase. Figures. Ooh, that's some nasty timing. I just completely wasted that heal. Ah, so the magic... Oh, don't fall through. I'm not sure if I took damage, but that certainly didn't help me any. Alright, that attack, as ever, is a good chance to heal. Oh, I didn't dash through quick. Oh, I'm not gonna make this. Yep. Okay, wow. I hope there's not a third phase, because, otherwise I'm gonna be here for a while. Alright, about to enter the second phase. Hopefully I can do so with full soul and health. That'll give me the best chances possible. Bingo, okay. And I know he's going to spawn roughly in the center, so I can start with a whole bunch of howling wraiths to maximize my damage output. Actually, he'll do the spear attack, so I need to step away if I want to avoid taking damage. Oh no, he actually did the light attack. Interesting. He doesn't always start with that. Ooh, mistime my dodge. And yeah, the magic missiles pass through the first platform they come across. Ooh, that was a mistake. Okay, I do take damage if I fall into the void. This is my chance to heal. As is this. Oh, of course that curves in on me just at the last second. Oh boy, this is tricky. Nope, nope. Get away. This could be bad. This might not be the attempt, unfortunately, as much as I was hoping it would be. Really, finding the opportunity to actually hit him is one of the more difficult parts. At least touching him doesn't actually seem to hurt you. That's one bit of, lenience in the design here. Ooh, mistimed that. Oh no. Oh, of course it homed right in on me. Yeah, the small size of the platforms during this fight certainly doesn't help with avoiding taking damage. I had the ability to move around, but not enough to actually avoid the spear. Just gonna start out with the damage because that seems to be a good idea. Oh, that attack is difficult to avoid in this position. I did it though, somehow. Okay, I think I've discovered a good way to avoid the magic missiles, a consistent way. I was having trouble with that, as you no doubt noticed. Ooh, I couldn't tell what attack he was doing. Good a chance to heal as any, okay. Oh, more platforms, third phase. This seems to be more about avoidance than anything. Which is fine, I'll take a little bit of a break. Ooh, all those ghosts in the background, so ominous. I like it. I hope there's not too much more because, oh, having to get up to this point again would not be fun. I think that's it. Time to drag the light down into the shadows. I'm crawling in my skin. These words, they do not heal. Oh wait, do I have control here? I can't tell if I'm supposed to do something. Oh, yep. Whip it good. Na 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 na. I'm just ruining this moment, aren't I? Well, that's what you get for watching my playthrough. This is your first experience with Hollow Knight. Dream no more. Oh, so that's actually the second ending then. The first must be another one entirely. Either that or you don't get an achievement for it. Which is certainly a way of telling your player, hey, you've not beaten the game yet. Alright, and that's Hollow Knight. Credits for the second time because we're at the end, although after the credits end there is one more thing I'd like to do. But before then, I guess I'll discuss my thoughts on the game. It's really damn good. The best Metroidvania I've ever played, and I mean that not just from a personal preference, but also just in terms of sheer objective quality, as much as you can judge something objectively. Like, there are other Metroidvanias that I think I might prefer, personally speaking, but I wouldn't exactly call them better. They just do certain things that I like more than what Hollow Knight does. But I think just in terms of sheer quality, this is top-notch. Not only possibly the best Metroidvania game, but like I would actually put this maybe in like the top 5 best games of all time in terms of quality. Because I think the simplest way I can describe it is that Hollow Knight has a lot of stuff, and all that stuff is good. Like, there were, around 10 distinct areas that have completely unique environments, different approaches to level design, so traveling through them doesn't get old. They don't really reuse room designs all that much, or at least not to the extent that I noticed. There are new enemies in every area, you're constantly getting significant upgrades to your movement, to your damage. It's not like a lot of Metroidvanias like the Metroid games themselves, in which a lot of the stuff you're collecting is just more ammo packs. Everything you can pick up is a significant upgrade. And everything is just designed so tightly. There's only like one or few just kind of poor design decisions, and I think I've mentioned what those like the White Palace, for example, wasn't the most fun, and it was kind of at odds with what the rest of the game was doing. But yeah, overall, just excellent design, a lot of stuff. Gorgeous game, gorgeous art. Really, if I had to find a flaw, it would be that this isn't so much a flaw per se, so much as a difference from most other Metroidvania games. Most other Metroidvania games tend to be pretty short. You can usually beat them in like under 10 hours on your first time, maybe a bit more if you go for 100% completion. And the length of the game mostly comes from repeat playthroughs, trying to do things with a high completion percentage under a certain amount of time, a low completion percentage, maybe trying out like some sort of challenge run in games where that's applicable. But here in Hollow Knight, there's just so much stuff that I actually don't see myself playing this game again for a long time. Like, discounting whenever they end up releasing Hornet Mode, I'll be returning for that. But I don't think I'll want to play through the main campaign again for at least a few years. And again, that's because there's just so much stuff in this game that even with my foreknowledge and the fact that I would probably go through the game in only like half the time I did here, I don't feel like doing it again. I feel like I got a full experience out of the game. And that's why I say it's not so much a flaw so much as it is just like a difference from most other Metroidvania games you see. And really, if anything, it's a testament to its quality that you feel completely sated at the end of things, at least if you go for 100% completion. Maybe sometime in the distant future I'll pick off those last few achievements, but yeah, for now I'm just going to end things after, as I said, I do one more thing. Oh, and I guess I'll watch this cutscene again. Mr. Mushroom. I love this NPC. I can't tell if this is hinting at a sequel or another mode, or if it's just here for laughs, like the Silent Hill dog ending. But yep, there he is, Mr. Mushroom. To be continued. That is a very Dark Souls-y font, I just realized. I think that's actually the font that Dark Souls uses for its title. Yep. Now it is truly 100%. But the thing I want to check out is the Bestiary. As I said, I had every entry except for 2, and that's because those were the final bosses, the Hollow Knight and the Radiance, respectively. First of all, I'm going to read those entries, and then I'm gonna make my way to the Hunter and see what he has to say about them. Since, to my understanding, he does have comments if you achieve 100% completion. Hollow Knight, fully grown vessel carrying the Plague's heart within its body. The old king of Hallownest, he must have been desperate to save his crumbling little world. The sacrifices he imposed on others, all for nothing. And radiance, the light forgotten. The plague, the infection, the madness that haunts the corpses of Hallownest. The light that screams out from the eyes of this dead kingdom. What is the source? I suppose mere mortals like myself will never understand. So yeah, I think I understand the lore now. So basically, there were kingdoms before Hallownest, such as the tribesfolk of the Seer. But then along came the king, a very small bug, short of stature, but of great ambition. This bug, who would go on to become the king, found the light of the worm. With this, he gained great power and was able to establish the kingdom of Hallownest. And others too could partake of this power to become even stronger. But this was not without its own price. For by partaking of this light, they doomed themselves to suffer from this plague. As the light accumulated, it took over their wills, making them slaves to it, zombies. And this was the ultimate fall of the kingdom of Hallownest. Now, the king didn't want this. He wanted his kingdom to survive, and so he attempted to enact measures to prevent this, setting up the Dreamers to seal away the Temple of the Black Egg. Oh, let's see if these guys have progressed. Nope. I don't think that's gonna change. But yeah, I'm guessing the king sacrificed himself in order to seal away the radiance, and then had his three most trusted lieutenants, Monomon, Lurien, and Hera, to seal off the Temple of the Black Egg to prevent anyone from entering. Now this prevented the plague from progressing, but it also resulted in the kingdom of Hallownest stagnating, as the curse that the Dreamers put the kingdom under not only sealed away the light, but it also prevented any form of progress from occurring. And thus the kingdom slowly decayed over time, becoming what it is when we start the game. Now, over time, inevitably, those would show, well... Okay, let me think. I think I have everything up to there roughly correct. Let me compose my thoughts a bit more. So I think eventually Monomon didn't like the state they had put the kingdom under. She found it necessary at the time to save it, but ultimately she realized that it wasn't good for the kingdom keeping it in a dreaming state. And so she enacted with her pupil Quill a plan to rid them of the light forever. And I think that's what these vessels are, what you, the player character, is. You're a vessel created by the research of Monomon, something to seal off the light. And I don't think you're the first vessel either. That's why there's all those vessels in the Abyss, as well as the broken vessel in the Ancient Basin. They are all vessels that came before you, but ultimately failed. Now, you are the only one to make it far to unseal the Dreamers and bring back the light pouring from the Temple of the Black Egg. At that point, you have a choice. If you didn't complete all this stuff and you go in without Hornet, I think the ending, I'm assuming, is you end up becoming the Hollow Knight yourself. You end up just being another vessel for the plague. And basically, things don't end well. For the second ending, you end up containing it, it looked like, but under a proper new seal, so ultimately the kingdom of Hallownest is still dead, but at least the light is contained. And then in the true ending, you vanquish the light for good, sacrificing yourself but leaving Hornet behind. And with the light gone, Bugs will be free to establish a new kingdom in time, one that is not guaranteed for decay. And that's basically my thoughts on the story. I think I'm like probably 80-85% correct. I probably got a few details mistaken. But that's what happens in these sorts of games. I just realized the whole king sacrificing himself, that's another very Dark Souls-y thing. Sort of a Gwyn analog. And my last errand thought, I wonder if the Hornet mode is you going to be adventuring through the areas of the main game as Hornet, helping the vessel along. Or if it'll take place after the game since Hornet does seem to survive. It'd be cool if it was the latter and you actually get to experience new areas. And it would make sense too, since they could design new areas around her nail and thread mechanics, but maybe they'll reuse the old ones. That would be the easier way of handling things, I assume. Okay, so let's check in on the hunter then. Now that we're finally here at the end and my lore thoughts are complete. Your journal. Let me see it. Yes, yes. The hunter's journal is complete. You have proven yourself a true hunter, a master of killing, and so with great pleasure I will give you the reward you desire. I'm as ready as I'll ever be. Okay, bonus boss fight. I was not expecting this. Wait. Oh, you tricky son of a bitch. Also, your body is quite interesting. You're a skeleton. The Hunter's Mark. A mark of honor belonging to a true hunter. The mark will be kept in the hunter's journal. You have my mark, and you shall be recognized as one of my rare caste. Fellow hunter, I have nothing else to give you. Okay, yeah, seriously, what's going on with this dude's body? Why is he a skeleton? Is he actually a human? Because that's something I've been wondering, is the world of Hollownest like a bug kingdom that just lies beneath our feet? And there are actual humans in this world, kind of like a bug's life in that regard. Or ants, I guess. Whichever of those 90s insect CG cartoon movies you prefer. Nope, can I not actually dream nail him? Maybe I had to do so at his head when his hand was up, in which case I've lost the chance. Huh. Okay, well, let's check out that entry in the journal then. I have no offspring, nor subjects, nor worshippers. The sum of my being, my learning, my instincts, I leave it all to you. Good luck, hunter. Well, good luck yourself then. I guess this is the way back. Let me just make sure there's nothing else here. Honestly, I wasn't sure what I was expecting from having completed this, but it certainly wasn't that. Still, that definitely was interesting. And yeah, that's Hollow Knight.